I got a great segment in store for you, but let me just start it without any context with this clip of Donald Trump on the golf course that is going viral. And it's like nothing I've ever seen before. I feel like I might be missing something because of how absurd this is. And then we'll get to the substantive point. But just really examine what happens in this clip, okay? Let's all watch together. Podcast listeners, you're just going to hear golfing noises, which is not much because people try to stay quiet. But then I'll explain to you what happened if you're just listening today.
And now driving President Trump.
Okay, now driving President Trump. So seemingly he's going to drive, right? Which is swinging a big golf club. If you don't know golf, they call it golf. Yay! Yay! So those are practice swings. Watch what happens next. What am I missing here? So he does his practice swings and then he swings and misses the ball? Or is this like a fake? What's happening? Is this like a ball simulator? And he doesn't hit the ball, but then he looks and acts like the ball went somewhere and then picks up the ball. Watch. Watch this. Watch the way he acts like he hit it. Why are they all saying good shot? Did someone edit a ball onto this? Look. Regardless, maybe that's some trickery. That's so bizarre. So that's that. But what is this about? Because we'll get some more golfing related things, but it's meaningful. The fallout continues. What was that video? I think someone may have edited a ball on it. Everyone went great shot, but the ball was... Someone did trickery. Erg. AI. Okay, so the fallout continues. This is the real point from Trump claiming that people should have less holidays. You know that they always did the left's war on Christmas, the left's war on Easter, the left's war on etc. Trump's actually wanting to engage in a war on holidays. He said too many non-working holidays in America. It's costing our country billions of dollars to keep all these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. It must change if we're going to make America great again. So now he's saying the way we make America great again, as I referenced before, is taking away holidays from folks, which led to his own supporters in the comments, as we already looked at, just being very upset with him, being like, what are you talking about? We already get so overworked. We can't even have holidays. He posted this on Juneteenth, but even many of his supporters were upset that he would suggest people are working too little. Brian Krassenstein said, breaking as the world waits to see what happens in Iran and the war threatens to widen, Trump is headed to vacation at his own golf resort in Bedminster on our dime. Get this guy out of office already. And that brings us to this video, which is something that producer Cole edited together. We posted it and it went thermonuclear viral, as our friend Benny would say. And it was just simply the contradiction between Trump's attacks against Obama about golfing and then his golfing. Let's watch. Which is, I should say, is particularly relevant now that he's saying you don't work enough. You don't work enough. You're lazy. You need to have less holidays. Stop having days off, right? But meanwhile...
I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf.
Obama ought to get off the golf course and get down there.
He's playing so much golf, he doesn't have enough time.
I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off.
He played more golf last year than Tiger Woods.
I'm not going to be playing much golf, believe me. If I win this, I'm not going to be playing much golf.
Oh, he shanked it.
So it says Donald Trump spent almost a year playing golf during presidency in his first term and has been doing lots of it this time, which I've said very clearly. On principle, I'm not like, oh, it drives me crazy that he golfs. I'm fine with the president doing whatever habits. If they want to get their intel briefings on the golf course or they want to do it at a beach house, I really don't care. I care about the results, which I take issue with Trump. But there is the reason these videos are going viral right now is because there is a contradiction there to be like, you Americans don't work enough. And then he's constantly taking time off and being on the golf course. So in response to this, people posted on Instagram and TikTok, personally, I'd feel a whole lot safer if he spent 100% of his time on the golf course. And then how often he lies is almost impressive. He exhales more lies than carbon dioxide, said someone else. Someone else said golfing and tweeting takes up 90% of his days. I'm not a golfer, but how does he win golf tournaments with a swing like that? I've heard he's actually good, which is like he lies and stuff, but that he's actually good, which I guess you would have to be if you play that much golf. But someone said his promises are as fake as his tan. Boom, mic drop. Someone said, you'd think with the amount of golf he plays, he'd be at least decent. Someone said, ha ha, ja. He is right. He is working on the golf course and playing in the White House, lol. Okay. Then someone else said, I wish he would golf full time. That way he'll do less damage to America and the world. Fair. Then someone said, it's probably cheaper for taxpayers to pay for his golf because when he's in the White House, he destroys 401ks, the global economy, people's lives, relationships with allies, and so much more. Yeah, but the thing is he can do that from the golf course too. See, in defense of him, let me just defend him for a second. He is so talented at destroying the global economy and destroying your life that he can do it while multitasking. Then finally, but Kamala laugh was weird. Yeah. Yep. Now, speaking of things that Trump posted, I want to circle back to this really quickly because it's been driving me loco like the whales. Trump posted, now, what was this, a few weeks ago, the link to an article saying that Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by a robot double. There is no Joe Biden, it wrote, executed in 2020. Hashtag Biden clones doubles and robotic engineered soulless, mindless entities are what you see. Don't know the difference. We don't know the difference. Trump posted that, and here's what's driving me crazy about it. Patriot Take said, did anyone ever ask Trump about this? And I think the answer is no. I don't think a single reporter asked Trump, I might be mistaken, but that seems to be the consensus, about posting what would normally get you admitted into a institution. And the US president was posting it, and it was kind of just like, all right. I mean, man. Right? That was the collective American response was, okay, move on. And the reporters, they talked about it on the air, I should say. But in terms of confronting him with it, because I would like to see him defend that theory, that Biden's a robot, a soulless entity, that the real Biden already died. And again, for some reason, the deep state decided to replace the old Biden with a Biden that performed at the debate like he performed. Like that was the best robot we could create. And Ron Vilkowski said, no, apparently anything that indicates insanity is off limits for the White House press corps. They saw what happened to the Associated Press. Maybe. I mean, reporters confront Trump with less than ideal things all the time. It's not that we don't have any reporters who do that. There are people who do that. It's just strange that, and this is kind of the underlying point, we've been so numbed out to the craziness that, okay, something that would normally be a multi-week headline, imagine if Biden had come out and suggested that Trump had already been killed and was a robot. It would be a huge proof of his brain melting or whatever. But here, it's just another day. It's not even the most important story that day. Correctly. There were probably more important stories and worse things Trump had done that specific day. We're numb. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a setup to a new soundbite that we have. Let me think. Don't play it. Let's think. Let me think. I mean, people would have been as outraged at Biden saying that Trump was a robot as if Biden had said,
Let's indict the motherfucker.
Share your thoughts in the comments.